We're Chris and Nicole, and this is Kino. We last left you leaving the Rocky Mountains in Alberta, and this week we're driving over 3,000 kilometers to get home. Although our trip ended a little more abruptly than we had initially planned.
You need to shake your popcorn if you want to have the flavor.
It's so dry.
I know, but like all the salt is down at the bottom of the bag. You gotta shake it. Really shake it. Stop. It's gonna become a disaster there. I think they just forgot to put salt in that.
Are you the official town greeter? You're a dinosaur tamer?
Yeah! At the gas stations, I do the pumping, and Nicole gets to do the tough task of cleaning the windows. Getting all the bugs off. There's still some over here.
This area of the Red Deer River Valley earned its name during the early settler years when ranching was the main industry. Thousands of horses ranged from here to beyond the Hand Hills to the east. Legend has it that horses would disappear into these canyons of the Red Deer River Valley, later to reappear carrying a different brand. Hence the name Horse Thief Canyon. Some of the most significant fossil discoveries ever made from the age of the reptiles have been discovered in Dinosaur Provincial Park and surrounding Badland areas. This area is very rich in fossils with some 35 species of dinosaurs, including Hadrosaurus, Ankylosaurus, and theropods, and other vertebrates such as fish, turtles, crocodiles, Paleosaurus, and Champsosaurs, dating back to 70 million years.
Came inside because it started raining, so we're gonna get some dinner going. Oh, I'm making a mess.
You want a Muskoka detour?
Thank you. Beer from all the way back in Ontario.
Had to come with us, it's your favorite. Cheers! It's raining.
Yeah.
It's a nice sound to wake up to.
It is nice, yeah, and it definitely cooled things off. You kind of see what it... We parked up on top of a lookout that looks over all the Badlands, which is pretty cool. I think we've got, the good thing is that even though this is like the first day that we're waking up with rain, we've got some things that we can do. So we're going to be heading there next. We're having a little debate on what color my shorts are.
They're gray.
Okay, yeah, you know what, actually now that I'm looking at them in the light, maybe they are
I don't
gray.
even think these are the right shorts that we're arguing over. Are they?
I think these are, they've got a green tinge to them. Look, that.
Okay, but this
that's
is dark
gray.
Gray comes in different shades. This is dark gray.
This is gray.
This is medium gray.
No, okay, yeah.
These are medium gray.
Gray.
This
Kind of a greeny gray. Yeah, this is more green than all of those.
Okay, but this is a gray tone.
No,
not
it's not.
Green.
It's green.
Okay, are these green or are these gray? Let us know in the comment below. I think they're gray.
They're green.
I think
they're
Chris
green.
needs to
Mic
get his
is dropped.
eyes checked.
Ready to go, Keens? Breakfast?
Ready to see some dinosaurs?
Yeah, this is cool.
Could you imagine coming across this guy? He's huge! Apparently they've only actually found 2 T-Rexes in Alberta. Yeah, he's that big. But he was the biggest carnivore to stock North America, apparently, and easy to see why. This guy stands at over 12 meters tall.
Well, that was awesome, and it really put some perspective to the area that we're in and the landscapes that we're seeing, and which is really cool.
Hi!
You haven't even moved, have you?
Were you sleeping? So we heard that Drumheller had the world's largest dinosaur.
So we were looking for it through the museum, and then little did we know, it's actually just this big plastic thing out here. Probably not plastic, but a little bit tacky.
A little bit tacky, but you know what?
We'll go
when
check
in
it out.
Drumheller, gotta do it.
Pretty sure even dinosaurs would be afraid of this thing. You took a fall and now Kino's sitting right in your lap. Whoa, shit. Okay, yeah. If you stand in one spot too long, you just start sliding. Oh god. Congratulations! I'm now trained. Yeah, I am now trained at this station. We're visiting the Great Sand Dunes of Saskatchewan. That looks pretty cool. We're walking up to it. Nicole tells me that it's gonna be way harder to walk up this than I think it will be. Nicole says we need to watch out for the cow patties on the ground.
There's cow poop everywhere.
the cow patties.
See, she's sniffing one.
It's a cow biscuit. Come on, Keens, let's go. Leave the cow biscuit.
Patty.
This is such a satisfying walk, actually. It's so soft on the ground on your bare feet. We hit each other. Oh my god. You okay, Kino? Come here. Dude, I need you right in the face. Okay, that's both of our faults. Well, that was an unreal adventure at the sand dunes. It was definitely cooler than I expected it to be.
Absolutely. I can't believe how soft the sand is. Like, it is so incredibly soft.
Yeah.
Back to the car before the rainstorm.
Yeah, it looks like we got quite a storm coming here.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life.
Welcome to Grasslands National Park. We took a pretty hard detour last night.
Yeah, we figured we wanted to do something in Saskatchewan, so we headed as far south as you possibly could go, almost to what's right below us.
Montana.
Montana. Yeah, so to check out this national park here, and we were able to find some animals, which was good.
Yeah, there are bison that live here, black-tailed prairie dogs. There's
a ton of those. There's like
tons, thousands.
Hundreds of thousands. Like they're running off the road as you drive up towards them.
There's also, we've seen some deer, we've seen a ton of cows. Fun fact for you, Grasslands National Park is one of the lesser visited national parks in Canada, with only just over 17,000 visitors a year. And to put that into perspective, Banff National Park gets over 4 million a year. That's a huge, huge difference.
Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm.
The dog keeps wanting to open the window by putting her head on the switch. Non-stop. So we pushed hard last night and drove through a full province because we're now entering into Ontario.
wouldn't be another night going to an Overlander spot unless we were on a sketchy dirt road. Scratching the van.
Try not to. Ignore the beeping. That's our
Annoying battery
our
pack.
booster pack that's powering the light bar.
Because let's show you what the light without the light bar. No light bar?
Yes.
Light bar.
Night versus daylight.
Holy smokes. And our own private link for the night.
Well, this is another win in the Overlander spots. Looks pretty cool. Right on the beach. We're the only ones here. Oh, the gimbal is messed up here. All right, camera's messed up. We'll see ya out of space. We'll see ya on the road. Do you know what this place is called?
It's called Kakabaka Falls.
Kakakakawaka? Kakabaka Falls.
Fudge. Always on the last 2 days of vacation, we get a flat.
Yeah, we got a flat. Probably destroyed the rim a bit trying to come off the highway there. Oh, there it is. Nope, it was a nail.
I wonder if that was from our pals up in Port Rupert.
Like, probably the most likely scenario because there was like 1,000 nails up there. All in all, 45-minute delay, but more or less than not a minute, so that was good. All right, let's keep going.
Off to Wawa. We're stuck in the sand. We got down here okay, but we realized that we couldn't really go any further to the spot that we were trying to get down to because it was just too deep for sand. So let's dig this fan out and find us a nice spot to sleep for the night, and hopefully we don't get stuck again.
All right, so we managed to get ourselves stuck. I think with how soft the sand is, we're way too heavy to get out of here. So we're gonna try calling a tow truck, see if we can get a pull. The good thing is that we're right near the entrance. It's just we're kind of at the point where we can't pull forward anymore. So gonna give it a try.
You have reached the voicemail box.
So I think we maybe just try CAA.
They actually don't cover Sprinter vans under the membership.
Ah, okay.
Because they're typically commercial vehicles.
Yeah, okay.
But I can put you in touch with a contractor.
Okay, I'll come and check it out. I can't guarantee anything.
Yeah.
Because it's not really where we don't really want to go down.
Well, unfortunately, the tow truck could not make it down the road, which is too bad. We still have to pay for them, but he is giving us a bit of a discount, thankfully. Once Chris is done paying the tow truck driver, we are going to get back to work and seeing if we can get a little bit more leverage. We are 10 feet from the path, so fingers crossed we can get out of here.
Got a plan. I had the tow truck driver come out. While we were waiting for the tow truck, what I tried to do was jack up the back of the van, because that's really where it was dug in there. We're basically only working in rear wheel drive because our 4x4 is a little bit messed up. That's gonna have to be looked at separately, but at least rear wheel drive works. I'm gonna I've already jacked up the back of the van and stuck some blocks underneath of it so that the back is level with the front. And what we've done is we've created a whole path for the tires to take us all the way up about 10 feet ahead where there's some solid ground. So the goal is just to drive straight through there. It's about midnight right now, but I will sleep better knowing that we're on solid ground and we can actually get out of here tomorrow. So this tire down here was probably like almost half of it was covered.
So we've jacked up the whole van. The problem was the underside of the van where the spare tire is there and the axle where it's actually sitting on the sand. So we had no opportunity for any kind of traction. I'm thinking we've got one chance here, but I think it's a good chance.
Oh, he fell off the blocks.
Okay, so obviously that didn't work. It did work a little bit, but it just moved forward a few inches before it kind of dropped off the blocks and that I shoved underneath the tires. So this is kind of like a slow and steady wins the race. So gonna jack it up again, place some more blocks, and see if this time I can kind of get a little bit of momentum.
Project manager is eating bugs instead of digging out the van. Try to. Go, 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 go. Fudge. All right, third time's the charm.
Okay, after like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 failures, we're giving up for tonight. We're gonna carry it forward in the morning. The problem is that this happened out on the beach at like 10:15 probably.
Yeah,
at night,
right
like,
after sunset.
Yeah, it was probably 10:15, 10:30 when it actually happened. So it's 2 in the morning now. We haven't had dinner. We've got some dinner cooking here. And I think it's won the battle for tonight, but not the war. Tomorrow morning, we will continue on. I've jacked it back up. It's on its blocks. The problem what's happening is when we move forward about 1.5 foot, and then it just sinks right down into the sand, even though we packed it all down. And we've lost quite a few of our orange blocks deep in the sand, so I don't know if we'll find those. But what we need to do, I think, tomorrow is, now that it's all jacked back up and ready for tomorrow, we need to like put stuff down on the tire where the tires are going to run in front. I did a little bit with the blocks, and I thought I would be able to get a little bit of a momentum just to kind of run over the rest of the sand. But I think we need to put boxes, whatever we can, down, and then we'll be able to, hopefully that'll help, I don't know, keep it from sinking down and give us a chance to get some speed.
And hopefully doing this in the light gives us a little bit more help.
Yeah, so we're heading to bed, and we'll be up in a couple hours to hopefully be celebrating and on the road. See ya, have a good night.
Good morning, and a welcome back to the adventures of getting the van out of the sand. So Chris is working hard, soaking the sand down. We're emptying our water tank in an attempt to alleviate any of the weight off the back, as well as Chris read that pack the sand down, the wetter the sand, the easier it is to get out. So we're ready to work on that. We're hoping this doesn't take us too long, because we've got about 10 hours of driving today. So, and we gotta get home because I got a wedding tomorrow. So, wish us luck.
Are you good, Nicole?
I'm ready.
All right, as you can see, the van is finally clear of the sand. I never thought that would happen. It was a huge thanks to an unnamed person named Paul. We won't go into much more detail.
An unnamed person named Paul.
Well, we can name him Paul, but we do appreciate him for coming out and helping us out. Stumbling upon us. Yeah. And we got Perrin and Kristen here, who were a huge help in getting us out. We totally made it a whole like 12 feet with their help trying to get closer.
Elbow grease.
Oh my gosh, guys! If you didn't come over, like we would have been.
Oh yeah, we probably would have lost morale at some point.
Stuck there another night.
You guys kept it positive, and we just kept wanting to come and visit you for some reason. And I figured that was probably what it was.
We
But
needed it.
now you got a long drive home, and I hope you guys make it home
So
safely.
like 9 hours, and we're hoping the van, it was making a little bit of a funny noise, where I'm hoping that it doesn't make any more funny noises once we hit highway speed. So yeah, we're gonna give that a go. And
Perrin and Kristen are living out of their truck in a tent right now. Check out their rig behind you.
it sounds like they're interested in building a van or something like that as well. So
One day.
one day.
They also have an Instagram, they also have an Instagram and a YouTube, so we'll leave their channel here for you guys to check them out, because they're doing cool things on the road as well.
Yeah. So let's hit the road and hopefully no more adventures.
No more.
If the transfer case is gone or something, it probably maybe it's impacting this too.
What do you want to do? Well, we're on the side of the highway hanging out. Chris is getting on the phone with CAA. The only place we can get cell service up there. Looks like we're gonna have to call a tow truck. We're about 10 minutes to Wawa, so hopefully they can just tow us back to Wawa. Because I have a wedding tomorrow and I have to be there for 10:30 in the morning. So no flights out of Sault Ste. Marie, so I don't really know what I'm going to do. So stay tuned for more.
All right, you can tell by our faces. So we waddled back to the Dodge dealership in Wawa. It took about half hour to go about like, I don't know, like 6 or 7 kilometers. Was suggested at the Dodge dealership here though that we do have Mercedes roadside assistance. So because we're in Wawa, the closest dealership's like what, 4 hours, 5 hours?
5.5. So it's either Thunder Bay, which is 5.5 hours, or Sudbury, which is 5 hours and 40 minutes. So yeah, we're like smack in between the two Mercedes dealerships.
So and Mercedes roadside will take us to whatever the nearest one is. So we're lucky that happens to be Sudbury. Sudbury's closer than Thunder Bay. They're going to pay for it, so that's a bonus.
Huge, huge.
So we need to get to this dealership. It sounds like we already talked to the tow truck driver we talked to last night because he's a CAA driver. It sounds like they use the same people. So hopefully they get the call from Mercedes very soon here, or through CAA about the call. But if we can get to Sudbury, it sounds like, because Nicole's got a wedding tomorrow, it sounds like Nicole's friend Crystal, who was in the video earlier,
is gonna bring up my Jeep.
Yeah, her coming up with her husband, and it sounds like
they're on their way to Thunder Bay tonight.
It just happens to be
she's going to be literally passing our house, so she's so thankfully kind to offer to pick up my Jeep to bring it to Sudbury so that I can get to my wedding tomorrow, and then I will come back to Sudbury so that we can continue to deal with the van.
Yeah, so we know what the problem is. We see it. We can see it. It's underneath here. I'll try to get some shots of it. So we'll show you what is the problem, at least at surface level, what we see the problem is. There's a control arm, I don't know if that's what they call it, but there's a control arm right in here that connects all the way through to the tires, and that is apparently what is broken right in there, because you can see there's a bunch of grease and stuff splattered all around there, and yeah, that really shouldn't break, so hoping it's under warranty, but yeah, anyways, that's the problem.
Made it to Sudbury last night, no issues at all with the tow. Our driver Dave was absolutely incredible. We spent the night in the Mercedes Sudbury parking lot. Chris is headed down to try and meet the service manager. It's just about to open, so fingers crossed that they have the part. If they don't, then Chris is going to be coming home with me, and we're going to be trying to figure out when we can get the van. Very, very, very thankful to Crystal, who brought my Jeep over last night all the way up from the house to Sudbury. Biggest thank you in the world, Crystal, for driving that up. We'll update you once Chris gets back. Hopefully he's got good news that the service manager is going to come up, take a peek, or we're going to bring this girl down and get her checked out, and hopefully we're on our way. Bye, van.
Yeah. What a way to end the trip. I went and talked to the service manager. That kind of part obviously is not stocked in stock at the dealership, so they're gonna have to order it in overnight. They're not open on the weekends. It happens to be a Friday right now, so hopefully it gets in on Monday and gets fixed, and then maybe there's a chance we kind of can get up here on Monday evening and pick it up, because Nicole actually has plans to use it next week. So anyways, hopefully they can get the part and get it fixed fairly quick. It's at the dealership for now, and we are heading home now. Well, we're heading to Nicole's wedding, and then I'm going to hang out, and then we're going to eventually get home sometime later tonight. So we'll keep you guys posted once we hear back from the Mercedes dealer.
Thank you so much.
doggy. It's getting the Timbits.
Alright, well, we are on our way home from my wedding. It's a pretty easy day.
And Keno and I just sat around Huntsville and hung out for the time being because I couldn't really go home because it would spend half the time driving there and driving back. So
I'm sorry.
that's all right. So I didn't hear anything from Mercedes. I was looking at the security alarm and it doesn't look like they even looked at the van, which is kind of frustrating.
Because they promised they were going to look at it as soon as we left.
Yeah, they said later that afternoon they hoped to get to it, but they also didn't have a lot of staff. So I'm really hoping that Monday they get to it and can get the thing. They need to order parts, and so it's just all going to take time.
So with that, we're going to leave you here because we don't know what's going on and we're on our way home. So we will see you next week.
Hopefully with the van.
Fingers crossed. See you next week, guys.
Subscribe, like, comment below.
Bye.
Well, that's definitely a wrap to the that's a wrap to the sand dunes. There goes Nicole's hat once again. Whoa! There goes my hat. Well, that's a wrap to the oh, come on, the hat. All right, I think we're done with the hat.